Hey guys, underclitter.com, and of course the house of biceps. I'm here in the back room. Usually I try to stay out of this room as much as possible because it's really, really hot back here. I normally get back in here, do my work, and then I get back in to the front room where I get outside and cool off a little bit. But I've been watching too many glute ham raise videos lately and I want to poke out my eyeballs. Now I do want to say that there are many different ways to perform the glute ham raise and very few ways are actually incorrect. But of course, as with everything, I still feel that my way is the best way. Now with everything, I believe with your exercise selection as well as how you perform that exercise, efficiency and effectiveness should always be your number one concern. So when I'm doing the glute ham raise, I want it to be the most efficient and effective exercise I can possibly do for all of my needs. So let me show you what I look for when I'm doing a glute ham raise. Nose torque. Now as you can see, this is not an official glute ham raise machine. This is a back extension. I jacked up the back as high as possible. Got all kinds of extra padding to save my body. This is as close as I'm going to get to having an actual glute ham raise. It does have a foot plate back here, which does make it effective. Now what I normally see people do is a tight back right here and up. And this movement right here. That's a lot of hamstrings. What I like to have people do is to learn to have your entire body fire in sequence. When you deadlift, it's not just hamstrings. It's not just abs, not legs, not just low back, and it's not everything exactly at once. Everything actually tightens in sequence. For me, most of the times, it is the abs just before I pull up off the floor. My legs come into play, and once the bar gets anywhere around my knees, my hamstrings kick in and finish the exercise off with my glutes. Squats are very, very similar. Loading Atlas stones are also very similar. Most strongman events are especially similar. Everything is done in a sequence. So why can't the glute ham raise be the exact same way? Why can't the body learn to fire in sequence? Now instead of a flat back, what I want you to try to do is pretend that you are a vampire in his coffin. Round your shoulders forward a little bit, cross your arms. Go all the way down and relax. Probably yelling in my microphone a little bit too loud down here. But let your low back relax. Let it open up. There's nothing wrong with letting your low back open up down here. Start the movement with some low back and abs, and then finish off with a little bit of lats and some hamstrings. Or you can use hamstrings all the way from the bottom. Bigger range of motion, bigger stretch, bigger contraction. Now what I generally look for conventional pullers or anyone who has tired or weak hamstrings, make sure your feet are pointed directly down, toes down. Once your toes start pointing out or in, your hamstrings are getting weak. You're using your glutes to fire off and make that exercise. Not saying it's a bad idea to point your toes out. In fact, might be a good idea to do this for time sets if you're looking at improving your Conan's wheel or a couple of other events, or if you just have weak glutes. But for all general purposes, toes down, rounded back, and learning to perform the glute ham raise in a fired sequence is probably the most efficient and effective way to go. So from my house of biceps to yours, keep hitting the nose torque, keep hitting the glute ham raises. We'll see you next time, guys.